Welcome to Moments in the Word. I'm James Tyler, your host, and this afternoon we'll be reading from Isaiah chapter number 52, verses 13 through 15. Behold, my servant shall deal prudently. He shall be exalted and extolled and be very high. As many were astounded at thee, his visage was so marred more than any man, and his form more than the sons of men. So shall he sprinkle many nations. The kings shall shut their mouths at him. For that which had not been told, them shall they see. And that which they had not heard, shall they consider. As we look at this text here, we see that it is another, as always, a powerful passage that foreshadows the suffering and exaltation of Jesus Christ. It speaks of the servant of the Lord being exalted, yet also marred beyond human recognition, a clear prophecy of Christ's crucifixion and ultimate glorification. Hear how we can apply this text to our lives. We see just as Jesus endured suffering before his exaltation, we can trust that God is working through our trials to bring about his purposes. Also, Jesus, though divine, submitted to suffering for the sake of others. We are called to live humbly, serving others with love. The passage also speaks of Christ sprinkling many nations, symbolizing his atoning sacrifice. We can live in gratitude, knowing we are redeemed through his blood. The astonishment of nations at Christ's work reminds us to stay spiritually awake, recognizing his presence and power in our lives. Also, the kings and nations were silenced by the revelation of Christ. We too can share his truth boldly, knowing and having confidence in him and his word, knowing it transforms lives and makes things happen. The prophecy also of his disfigured appearance points to the brutal treatment he endured for our salvation. The passage speaks of him being lifted up, mirroring his resurrection and ascension. Jesus' sacrifice was not just for Israel, but for all people, fulfilling God's promise to bless the nations. And as always, as we look at these texts, we find that these passages reminds us that suffering is not the end. God's plan leads to redemption and glory. I'm James Tyler, coming to you live from the Castle Studios, and welcome again to Moments in the Word. God bless.